in the pits. It looks like they're going 4 wide to 5 wide, but they're side by side. Connor is sideways, absolutely sideways in the last few corners. Oh, but he's up in the gravel and he spins. Rob has made a bit of a dive. It actually hits teammate Craig, and so they've all got stuck in the gravel. And Joe gets the switch back. That's fantastic racing. Look at that. Contact, but it's Robbins Racing. Joe McCall takes his first ever win just ahead of Connor. A fantastic race. He's going to take 6th, or is it? Oh, he just gets him. And is Darren going to take it? No, he doesn't. Mark Nichol takes the race. Josh is the Independence champion for season 3. Craig Kellett is your season 3 winner and champion. Okay, here's your grid then for race 2 here at Catalunya. On the front row of the grid, we've got Craig Kellett and Darren Parker after their fantastic battle in race 1. On row 2, we've got Darren Parker's teammate Harry Cook for Team Redeem in the Mazda Tenza next to Stephen Heath in HB Motorsports Hyundai Genesis. Row 3 is Aaron Rowland in the Nissan GTR for Team Saints next to Kieran Thomas in the Renault Megane for KTTC Racing. Row 4 is Joe Burrows for the HB Motorsports Hyundai Genesis next to Mike Kuipers in the VW Scirocco for K&N Fox Racing. Row 5 is Buster Griffiths in the Ford Mustang for BR Racing next to Rob Pellet in the second of the Elliott Racing Ford Mustangs. Row 6 is Reece Knowles in Rejects Racing Mazda Tenza next to Steve Rice in the Nissan GTR for Team Saints. Row 7 is Josh Carter in the BMW for JC Videos Motorsports next to Callum Baker in the lastminute.com Jaguar. And on the back row of the grid, we've got Simon Crossman in the Jaguar for SW Motorsports and the Renault Megane of Ben Gale for Monster Energy Racing after his DNF. Craig Kellett and Darren Parker then plan to do it all over again here in race 2 on the front row of the grid. Away to go, and it's an even start for everyone. And Aaron Rowland seems to have got a great getaway, and he's already side by side with Harry Cook coming down in the straight into turn 1, and also Joe Burrows looking fast into turn 1. He's actually on the inside of Aaron, and that's going to push Darren slightly wide into the next left-hander as everyone else races into the first few corners cleanly. So this is Stephen Heath then, who's gone on the inside line of Craig, and in actual fact he's made a bit of contact. He pushes him onto the grass, so Craig is on the grass and he's come back on. He's made contact with Rob and that's slowed him down. He's going to be right at the back here if he's not careful. Also Simon Crossman there, unfortunately, in the gravel. So Simon's event goes from bad to worse after finishing dead last, other than of course Ben Gale's retirement. So it's a 1-2 for HB Motorsports in the Hyundais here, but of course a little controversy surrounding Heathy and Craig in the first few corners. And actually look at this, Rob Pellet has made some fantastic progress up into 5th here behind the 2 Team Redeem Mazdas. So it's HB 1-2, Redeem 3-4, then it's Rob making up for the space where Craig essentially would be. And look at this, Rob is up to 3rd, nearly into 2nd here, is actually tussling with Joe Burrows then. So Darren's just about holding on with Harry behind him. Further down we've got Aaron Rowland, and we've got Buster, who's managed to hang on to this lead pack here. There's a bit of a gap between the rest of them with Stevie. There's Reece and Josh having a battle with Mike, Kieran and Ben Gale further down. There's Craig, who's with Callum. And so lots of work to do for Craig. So the 2 HB Hyundais are together now, going down into turn 1 onto lap 2, side by side in actual fact. And Heathy's still got the inside line of Joe, and they need to work together here to make sure that they can get the maximum points and see if they can defend well to hold on to this 1-2. Rob is doing well to hold third, but he's got Darren really close up behind him and putting the pressure on. On board with Craig then, and Heathy is on his inside, and yeah, look, he just gets pushed wide onto the grass. Oh, it makes contact with Rob, and then everyone else just about gets past with making very little contact. Let's go on board with Darren, and there's Heathy, and look, that's just a little bit of contact there, pushes Craig off. Let's go on board with Rob then, as he's got Aaron in front of him, Harry in front of him, and then he'll probably not see, but Craig has got off the grass there, and look, as he comes back on, Rob tries to avoid it, actually nearly knocks Buster off as well. Darren needs all the points he can get. Now after Craig took the win, he took second, so Craig didn't really... he's gone wide, really wide there, but stays in fourth. And that's Stevie Rice, who's gone slightly off. Let's go on board with Josh. As I said before, Josh is the only one in the BMW in this series, and has held himself well. Unfortunately, he went off in race 1. And so hopes to get some points in this race. Oh, and there's Rob. That looked like Rob, and I don't know if that was Darren. So they've come together slightly. So is Aaron and Darren, and now Buster's there. So it's all kicking off for Darren here. We'll have another look at a replay, find out what happened with Rob, as it looked a little bit messy there. So on board with Aaron, we will find where Rob is in this pack, because I don't think he's in the top 10 at least. It's not looking good for Rob, who is down in 13th now, running with, look, his teammate Craig. Big shocking event there, as again Rob, just the luck never ever stays with him, especially in this Mustang. So let's look at this incident with Rob. I wonder if he was involved with Darren, it looks like. Oh yeah, it was Darren who spun Rob out, and then Darren slowed down. Let's go on board with Darren then. He actually runs slightly wide into the gravel there, but doesn't slow him down too much. And then look, Rob takes the really wide option. Darren is really late on the brakes, and they go straight into Rob. So the two Hyundais are still running first and second, and look at that Simon Crossman already about to be lapped. So Simon is really struggling here, whether he's got a problem with the car or whether he's just totally given up. But hopefully he'll get out of the way and allow the front runners here to race hard and fair, as Harry really wants to put the pressure on these two Hyundais. Oh, they've gone into each other, and as I said, if they're not careful, they are going to hurt this great position that they're in. Oh, Harry, a fantastic run of speed out into the exit, the corner there. HB have never been in this position. I don't think they've ever been in this position before. So are they used to racing this close to each other in this position? And this actually is very, very similar to K-Tech with Tom and Kieran, who are running right at the front with Joe Burrows, strangely. And they struggled to stay out of each other's way, as one of the HB Hyundais loses second, which is Heathy, to Harry. So Harry has made some progress and is ruining the party for HB. Further down, and Buster Griffiths is up to 4th. Darren is down to 5th, and Aaron is 6th now. A little bit further down, we've got Josh Carter and Mike Kuiper side by side down into turn 1 on to lap 4. So a nice little race here building up, with Ben Gale again also trying to get some decent points after retiring in their first race. Josh slow out of the corner there, so he loses 8th to Ben, and Ben now putting the pressure on Mike with Stevie Rice just ahead, or it could be Aaron. I think it's Aaron. Yeah, it's Aaron. Reece Knowles kind of catching up and latching onto the mid-pack there. So Darren's got some hard work to do here if he wants to get back up into the podium positions and anywhere near the lead, as he's got Buster to get past, of course, someone he's never raced against. And Buster doing really well here in that Mustang, the only Mustang at in the top 10 now, after both Rob and Craig got pushed out. So Harry on the inside has got pressure from Buster, as Harry's lost that second position back to Heathy again. And Buster is in a team redeemed sandwich. Try to overtake Harry, but at the same time try not to let Darren get past him. Look how close Darren is, and Buster weaving slightly side by side, coming over to push Darren off the circuit. Well, not push him off, let's say, but pushing him to the maximum limits of the track. Oh, Darren is really wide. It could have been part of the technique from Buster there to force Darren into a mistake. So Darren runs really wide, and in actual fact, look at how slow his exit is, and has allowed Mike, Aaron and nearly Ben Gale here to put him under pressure, and he's now really under threat for losing even more positions. So Darren down to 7th now. So all in the moment that Craig has got the minimum amount of points further down, Darren is losing points from each corner almost. He is literally struggling here. So HB still in the prime position for a 1-2 finish on lap 5. We're halfway round this race 2. And again, Harry Cook looking really racy around these tight few last bends. It looks like Harry is quickest round the latter stages of the circuit. Oh, and that's nearly a spin from Heathy. So Heathy is in the gravel. He's got to really hold on tight here to see if he can still hold on to 3rd at least, as Buster is right up his backside. Mike Kuipers is there as well, so Mike back up at the front where he should be after a mediocre first race. Buster looking to make a move. Heathy runs wide, really wide, so Heathy is really out of his rhythm now. And Mike and Buster, fantastic racing. So can Heathy redeem himself? No pun intended. And get back up to that 2nd place? Or will Buster and Mike make the race even more interesting with the top 5? Throw a spanner in the works. Darren's still struggling, but holding off in 7th now, and has got Reece Knowles here, who joined halfway through the season with his teammate Adam, who was unfortunately unable to make the race here. But another set of Mazdas, and they are proving to be very strong in the Group B. So Josh, oh, there is Reece's lag. So Darren fighting with Aaron Rowland. In actual fact, looking at this, we have the 2 leaders of the groups in the same piece of track, having a real first fight, but it's not for the lead. for both of them in both their respective groups. And look how close again. There's Darren pushing cars down the straight for the past the lap counter, and Reese trying to go on the inside, making it three-way, but he holds off, and he just about slots in behind, with Ben Gale now possibly joining the party. So Darren gets past Aaron and progresses back up, but he's got a massive gap here, as you can see, up to Buster and Mike, who are still having a great slog. So can Heathy get back up into second? Harry proving to be strong round here, as he got a decent result on the podium for race 1, and so he's the only person to have a second podium position in the second race here, so he is gaining lots of points. So Mike has comfortably, firmly got ahead of Buster now, as Buster's dropped off. So Mike can focus his efforts now to catch up with the leading trio and try and get onto that podium in the last few laps. Buster, oh, some corners. Yeah, look at that corner cutting. Definitely needs looking at. And there's Kieran also joining in with it. There's Kieran and Craig now having a very quiet battle, and that's Darren Parker. What's Darren? Something's happened to Darren. We will find out, because Darren is down to 12th. Shocker. There's a very, very interesting development here, as now Darren is behind Craig, right down towards the back of the pack. Further down is Callum, and Rob looks like he might have a problem, so Rob could be out of this race. Stevie and Simon, who is a few laps, I think 1 lap behind now. So the top 3 on board with Harry. And Joe Burrows has been holding that first for the last few laps here. The pressure is on, and as I said before, Joe is actually been in this position. More contact there from Heathy, and Heathy is getting quite physical here. He wants that second position back. But yeah, Joe Burrows has been in this defending position in season 2, when he took his first ever debut win for his own team, Mad Panda, in a Mazda Atenza. He joined halfway through season 2 and actually cemented himself in very quickly as a front runner of this series. Just a shame that he has not quite had the car under him for the last few seasons. So let's find out here what happened to Darren. Was he involved in an incident? Oh, he looks really slow on the corner. Really, really slow. He's pulled off to one side, and possibly in the middle of a retirement. So although he speeds up, I wonder if he was letting past. Oh no, but Rob's behind him, so yeah, that's very strange for Darren. Very, very strange. And Harry again really under pressure from Heathy, and now under pressure from Mike Kuipers, and it's getting a little bit interesting between Heathy and Harry's been pushed wide. So, oh, Joe Burrows is off. Joe Burrows has lost it. That's unbelievable. Did he lose it on his own? I think he did. So Harry, Mike and Heathy now are in the podium positions. So unbelievable developments here in the last few laps of the second race of Catalunya. So it's HB still in the lead with Heafy, but it's not the double podium dream as it looked like it was going to be. Harry runs onto the gravel. It's getting a little bit messy now, and things are becoming chaotic. Mike Kuipers could be in position to take the lead of this race. I did say once Mike got away from Buster, he is very, very quick, and it was just really odd to see him not up in the front leading pack in race 1. But once Mike gets the track space, he is rapid in that VW Scirocco. Unfortunately, he loses second place to Harry, so Harry is having the same battle for second and third, but with Mike now instead of Heafy, and Heafy is in the lead. So as they come round the last bend, they go onto the last lap. Heafy and Harry swerving side by side, defending hard in the lead then, as Harry's, I think he's side by side with Heafy. So down into turn 1, this could end up in tears. It could end up in tears. Harry turns in, Heafy has none of it. Oh, it's getting a little bit physical. It's getting very physical. Further down, Buster and Aaron Rowland, and there's Joe Burrows trying to redeem himself again to get some points from here. He's done well to salvage it, but now Harry is in the lead. Mike is his second, so it's all changed, and Heafy's going to hold on here to see if he can at least maybe just take advantage of if the two of them get a bit over the top and make a mistake into the last few corners. But Mike Kuipers, from halfway down the pack, out of nowhere, has taken the lead of this race, and he is in now the prime position whilst Harry and Heafy go at it again. Oh, that's it. Harry, really robust move there on Mike, and things are getting very, very, very physical, and it's getting a little bit more like rallycross. So Harry Cook could take his first ever win here. Oh, Heafy again getting involved as they come round the last turn. I have no doubt that this will be looked at, but Harry Cook is going to take his first debut win just ahead of Heafy. Mike's going to take third. Buster and Aaron getting together. Oh, they're getting interesting as well. Buster's fourth, Aaron's fifth, Joe is sixth, Ben is 7th, 8th is Reese, 9th is Josh, Craig is 10th just ahead of Darren, Kieran is 12th, Stevie and Callum getting together. Oh, look how friendly this looks compared to the rest of them. Stevie Rice takes 13th, then 14th is Callum, and Rob Pellet, he does finish in the end, gets 15th as Simon Crossman is laps behind and gets last place points. Let's look at Joe Burrows then and find out what happened here. Oh, it's actually in the air, and I think he did it himself. He just caught the gravel, and then because of the high speed nature of the corner, he was unable to recover from it. Again, so on the interior, yeah, look, that's it. It's just snapped on him. That's a massive shame for Joe. Harry Cook gets his debut win then in a last few controversial laps of race 2. Heafy was second, Mike was third, Buster gets a fantastic fourth with Aaron in fifth, Joe in sixth, Ben was 7th with Reese in 8th, Josh in 9th, Craig and Darren Look in 10th and 11th, the two leaders of the championship. Kieran in 12th with Stevie 13th, Rob in 14th, Callum in 15th, and of course Simon Crossman finishes at the back. Darren continues to lead then with 321 points. Craig is closing up very slowly on 308. Harry Cook now in third with 276, 10 points ahead of Kieran in fourth with 266. Tom stays in 5th, even though he's not racing, on 242. Mike Kuiper's now on 237, ahead of Mike Comer, who's also not racing here. Gary Black is in 8th, Joe Burrows 9th, and Rob Pellett is 10th, with Stephen Heath in 11th. Mark Nichol, who hasn't raced since race round 3, is 12th, with Joe McCall, Luke Knox down at the back. In the teams then, Team Redeem on 587 with K-Tech on 500. Third is Elliott with 457. MCR Storm 410 in 4th. K&N Fox Racing 323, with HB scoring a decent amount of points there, 304, catching K&N Fox Racing. Team Snap-on still at the bottom, 109 points, with no cars in this race. In the Rookie Cup then, Harry Cook is dominating in first with Rob in second. Mike Comer is third with 275. Luke Knox is in 5th. In Group B then, Aaron Rowland continues to lead by some distance, 348, with Stevie Rice on 286. Aaron West stays in third, but Ben Gale is continuing to catch him with 221 in 4th. Buster is in 5th with 219. Reece Knowles 174 in 6th, with Callum in 7th with 170. And then from 8th it's Josh Hardy with Simon Crossman in 9th, and Josh Carter is up into the top 10 now. In the teams then, Team Saints continue to lead by nearly 200 points. It's about 150 there. Team Saints on 621 with Monster Energy on 475. BR Racing 317 in third, last minute on 287 in 4th. SW Motorsports 244 in 5th, with Team Zeta, of course, who have left the league, on 216 in 6th. In the Rookie Cup also, Aaron Rowland dominating that too with 568. Stevie Rice 485. Buster in third with 407. Reece Knowles in 4th with 350. 5th is Josh Carter with 188. And then Simon Crossman with Carl Hemmings 176 and 172. Morgan Pierce in 8th. Adam Brox in 9th. And Oshin is still in the top 10.